How hard can it be to be unique and confident behind the wheel? Isawi the driver here. This video is dedicated to all new drivers and drivers who haven't even been behind the wheel. So no matter the size, power, and cost of the vehicle, in this video, you will learn how to be unique and confident. In today's topic, we will be covering how to approach any vehicle, adjusting the driver's chair, steering wheel, and even the mirrors. But before we learn how to drive or even get in the car, we have to be familiar with the machine that we're operating. Just like in anything in the world, or at work at least, you have to be familiar with the machines you're using. The best thing about cars is that most of the time the symbols are uniform or universal, meaning whether you're in a very expensive car or a cheap car, it will function nearly the same way, and the symbols are somewhat similar. Now that you understand that, let's get started. And by the way, stay tuned for a top tip at the end of the video. So, what does it mean to approach your car? For new drivers, here's a tip. If you're about to drive a big car and that gets you scared, safely walk around the car about once or twice, then reverse that action. What that simply does is give you an idea of how big and wide your car is. And if you feel the need to do it more, then go for it until you're comfortable enough with the size and estimations. This will also put good habits in you to check for your tires before you start driving. As you're going around your car, check for flat tires. Also, make sure you're checking for sharp objects such as nails or even broken glass that might puncture your tire as you're about to drive off. As you're doing that and checking for sharp objects, make sure to check for spaces your car has, whether you're parked in a garage or parked on the street, so you have an idea of how much space to reverse or to drive forward. And make sure to watch out for hitches and bumper guards. Some cars that are parked in front of you might have a bumper guard or a hitch that you don't see, and the next thing you know, as you're about to drive off, you're hitting the car in front of you even though you see that there's enough space. And finally, make sure all your mirrors are open in case someone closed it for you or you closed it last night as you parked the car. All of these habits take about a minute, and putting that to consideration will make you feel unique and confident before you even enter the car. Now it's time to enter the car. First, find your driving comfortable position by making sure that you can reach the pedals and that you're sitting comfortably in your seat. There are several ways to adjust your chair. It varies from car to car and the different type of trim level. Reaching under your chair, pull a handle, then push or pull your chair using your legs. If there isn't a handle, most likely you will find several buttons located on the bottom left side of your chair or the door panel. Play around with these buttons until your chair is adjusted. As for the back of the chair, pull the handle located on the left side of your chair. Then push the back of the chair or let it go forward. Now that you learned the different ways to adjust any chair, let's adjust the steering wheel. Below the steering wheel, you will find a lever or a button. If you find the lever, pull it and adjust your steering wheel and make sure to lock that lever back in place. Moving on to the mirrors. Most of the time, you will find buttons or an analog stick located on the door panel in front of all the window buttons. And finally, don't forget to adjust your rear view mirror. And now, the top tip of the video. Have one of these $2 tire gauges in your car, and here is why. These tire gauges will save you time, hassle, money, and even possible injuries. Here's how to save $5. If you go to the tire shop and tell them, I don't know which tire has the issue, checking all 4 tires for you, that's $5. But when you say this tire has the issue, that's only the repair fee. And here's how it saves time. Let's say you're running late and don't have time for the tire shop. You just go to your local gas station, paying 75 cents for the air machine, and don't waste time guessing which tire needs air and go through the hassle. Finally, it saves possible injury. There was a time where I went to the gas station to pump air into one of my tires. I kept pumping air for a while due to a broken gauge on the air machine, which made me suspect something was wrong. I brought my tire gauge and checked my tire pressure. It was at 56 psi. In other words, about to explode. So if I haven't had one of these tire gauges, I would have kept pumping air due to a broken gauge, causing possible broken bones. I immediately notified the gas station workers in case someone don't understand that the tire gauge is broken, resulting in injury. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video and learned from it. Feel free to ask me any questions below.